Hey guys, this is System, and this is Skyopolis 5. Hope everyone is well, having a great day. Let's go ahead and jump back into this pretty cool pack. In between episodes, I've gone ahead and, well actually I haven't done very much. We'll cover the little bit I did, I guess, here in a few minutes. But before we get to that, the pack's been updated. It's on version 1.0 now, so I guess it's the official release. But with that update came a crate update, right? So crate's been updated to the most current version. The furnace engine doesn't, so mine's gone. It's just, I load up my world, it's gone. It doesn't exist anymore. But for some reason, my stuff is still rotating. Like, everything's working. I've tested it out. I was wondering what was going on there. And, yeah, just really odd. Really odd. For some reason, I have 32,000 SU that is just free. It's still producing power. My fine storage hasn't turned off. And I'm not sure why it's still working, but I know if I change anything, it's going to stop. You may notice there's like a weird thing there too, so we could actually break that. Let's go ahead and do that. Break that there. There you go. This is actually just a flywheel, and this was part of the setup there with the furnace engine, but now it's just an embellishment. It's literally just decoration. So that's that now. So yeah, so definitely a change there. Another thing that's going to change with the pack here is if we go into macaws. Yeah, we actually have all the different macaws blocks now. So he added all those mods, so that is cool. Just, you know, some building mods, nothing too special there. He also added Skyopolis, which is, I think, another pack that he's working on. But I think the main reason for this was just for decoration blocks, because you can make all these different colors of the bricks, right? So that's cool. Using these dyes, I think. And I think he added them to the Amadron as well. So definitely something that you could do for decorating. But, yeah, packs released. No furnace engine. And I know some people's their furnace engine, like, it stopped working when they loaded up the pack. Mine was chunk loaded. That's the only thing I can think of why mine's still working. I have no idea. Or maybe the rotational speed controller. Maybe that did it. I have no idea. Either way, but it's working. It's not broken. Also, all my lights changed. So that's a thing as well, because these were gold before. And I think the texture on my blocks here changed too. The copper casings, they all changed as well. So in here, I added an upgrade. This is just a compacting upgrade. What this basically does for the backpack is just make it so it'll automatically do 2x2 crafting recipes that come into the backpack, right? So right now I have it set, so actually down to here too, I'll explain this in a second. But I want to automatically craft up the sand dust, the gravel dust, and the soul sand dust because they were completely pointless to have them in dust form. So when they come in, they get automatically crafted. What the blacklist does over here is basically stops it at which level it gets auto-crafted, right? Because if I left this here, the sand, I didn't block the sand, because I actually will craft the sand, right? But this is the point where it stops. Otherwise, it would try making sandstone. After that point, it would just keep going up the steps until it hit a dead end, and then it's done, right? So these are just ones where I just wanted it either in this particular form or just not at all, right? So that is what's going on there. But really good little upgrade to kind of handle the auto-crafting of the dust. I don't have to worry about the dust at all. And just a little sweet upgrade here. So what I'm thinking, since our, I guess, system is pooch here, right? That I don't know when this is going to turn off. Like I said, it could break at any time. It shouldn't be working. So what I think we'll do is go ahead and work on power, because our alternators, they're working now, mind you, right? Yeah, they're all working still. There you go. This one's just being drained. But yeah, I don't know how long it's going to last. I don't, like, the honeymoon might be over soon. So I think the first thing we'll do is actually go ahead and work on power. Then I want to go ahead and work on this setup a little bit more too, because I need to make it so we could actually produce redstone and all that jazz as well. So let's go ahead and jump into that. So the first thing we're going to do here is actually go ahead and set up a extreme reactor to produce power. So that's going to be what we use for power here. You have to go ahead and actually smelt down either charcoal or coal to get these graphite bars, which is pretty easy. But yeah, charcoal, pretty easy way to do it. So I went ahead and did that. Then I also made some reactor solid access ports. Redstone port, I made the controller. You may notice that they all say basic as well. So there's kind of like different levels now. So the basic one, the max size reactor you could do is a 5x5x5. So I guess that's the thing. I got some other stuff here like graphite blocks just to do a little testing because I don't know what's good for configuration. And then the fuel rods, you need to have a control rod on the top of one and then the fuel rods on the inside. You'll kind of see that in a second. And a few of the glass as well. So basically we're going to set this up for power is basically what I'm saying. But the mod has changed quite a lot. And I'm not sure what the good coolants and moderators are anymore. Actually, in fact, coolants right now, like the liquids, I can't even find ones that work. So it says in the book, so I was reading the book here, this one right here. Where is it right there? The extreme book. There you go. And you go into here. That's how you make it right there. So that's the thing. But basically it tells you about the reactor and the moderators and all that stuff. But to find the moderators and the coolants is a little different than it used to be. So you have to hit F3H and you have to turn on advanced tooltips. Then you look at a block, right? Then it has that little kind of flavor text there. Extreme reactors, this item fluid can be used to produce fuel for a reactor, right? Or if you look at one of the actual moderators, which is what this one's called, a graphite block, it's from the mod itself. Extreme reactors, this block of fluid can be used as a radiation moderator inside the reactor. I couldn't find any fluids that work at all, so I don't even think we'll be able to use, I guess, fluid coolant in this pack. So I guess that's a thing. So they won't be as efficient. So that's, I guess something. We'll be able to use moderators, though. I think diamond used to be a pretty good moderator, if I remember correctly. But I'm going to start off with graphite, just because, well, I'm going to try it out here. And like I said, I'm going to try a couple configurations. I remember one with the small one that used to be pretty good, actually. I think it was this, and then you put the graphite in the center, and then 8 around it. That's what I think it was. So it goes something like this here. So 1, 2, 3, do that. Then we want our fuel rods. Let's do that. We'll try it versus a full reactor full of the fuel rods here in a couple seconds, but I want to try out this initial one because I think this little setup here is one of the ones that produces a little more power. Might be a little less efficient though, right? So anyway, good, do that. Then on top of all your fuel rods, you want one of these control rods, right? So they have to sit up here. This one has to be casing, so we'll do that there. I think we right click too. Actually, it has to be on the controller. So if I grab the actual controller, which will go on the front, right? Go and I right click it. It'll tell you what's wrong. So it kind of gives you a rough idea what's going on there. So yeah, you at least can kind of hunt it down. We need 2 of these too. So these are the solid access ports. This is where we pump in the fuel, right? You're gonna need one of these wrenches too. So you need yourself a green die there. But you have to change one to input and output. I think that's the output there. So we'll do input, output right there. Then we'll use some reactor glass, I guess up here somewhere. There you go. That looks good. Then we'll have to round out the sides. And then I think the only other thing we need is a power tap. And then I think that's pretty much done, right? Yeah, power tap. And then we'll throw on that redstone port, which we probably won't use right now. The redstone port's basically to give it redstone controls. But usually I run 3 of these anyway, because one for the high end, one for the low end, and one for a toggle. But we'll explain that later on if we get to a bigger reactor. At this size reactor, we probably don't even need the redstone port, to be honest. But anyway, do that there. That's good. And I think that multi-blocked, right? Yeah, it actually changed. You can see here, it's kind of all one thing now. So we got this interface now. This is the basic controller. It's basically ready to go. Let's go ahead and throw a hopper here. Go. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves a chest. Do I have no chest here? I got some chest right there, man. Let's go ahead and grab that stuff. We need to get fuel in here. Filling it up is pretty slow. It's going to be slow with these wooden hoppers here. But we use blocks. It'll actually put in 9 ingots at a time. So here it should go up pretty quickly with the blocks there. Then we'll switch over to ingots, because it has to have enough room to be able to fit another block in there. But you'll see the levels kind of raise right there. So that like uranium is what the uranium turns into when it goes into the reactor, right? Actually, I think if you break it, you get uranium back. But anyway, go ahead and do that. Looks like it's pretty much filled up there. Yeah, it's this whole filling up the internal buffer, whatever that is. I'll let it fill up the entire buffer there. I don't think it matters once it's inside there, whether it's blocks or not, to be honest. We'll just let it do its thing. So that's good there. We should be able to go ahead and turn this on now. So I do this, how much power are we actually going to get out of this thing? That's what I'm kind of curious about. As well the efficiency, because I'm going to go ahead and try another fuel rod in there in a second and see what the big difference is. So it looks like we're at about 4.39. The core heating stuff too, it has this RAM button for turn off the reactor and push the control rods all the way down. I don't think this thing is set to explode unless it's turned on like the configs or something. So it's not anything we actually have to worry about. So anyway, that's not that big a deal. But you can see here, it's really easy, really basic. I'll automatically pipe in the uranium here in a bit, but we are getting 4.39, which is not too bad. Like I said, I want to go ahead and try another configuration here real quick, just to see how much more power we get out of it versus efficiency. Oh, that's wrong. If I actually just fill this with rods, I think it's going to be a little less efficient, but maybe a tiny bit more power if I do one more. So we'll kind of see how that works here. Is that right? You right? Yes, let's go ahead and turn that back on. So we were at 4.39. Oh, this might be barely worth it. So it looks like it actually produced more power. Yeah, it actually produced more power. Unless it actually hits 4.39. Yeah. More power with the other configuration. Just barely. Just barely. Now I want to try another configuration here, because this might have all changed. Okay, let's do one more thing here. Let's do that. I did make a good amount of graphite here, so I could try a couple configurations here. I'm going to try a strip of graphite through the setter and just see what the numbers look like. I mean, someone would have to go through and do a ton of testing because the book does not give you the ins and outs of how this thing works at all. So a lot of it's guesswork. Anyway, let's do that. Oh, I messed that up. Fuel rods have to be on the top, right? There we go. So this has to be casing, right? Let's go ahead, casing. There you go. That'll multi-block. Turn that back on. Where does this get us? It's not going to get us high. Oh, that's way more efficient, though. Huh. Also, you're going to have byproduct with this as well. You'll get cyanite in this ejection port, and we will have to pull that out because if it gets filled up, I believe the reactor stops. Yeah, so I'm not too worried about efficiency right now. I may just go with that initial one we set up because I was hoping that was going to be bigger numbers, though, somehow magically. But I honestly don't know, like I said, the correct way of setting this up. So if someone knows a really efficient setup for the 5x5, at the same time, I can't really see it. You know what? I'm going to try one thing here. I want to try it with 3 diamond blocks and see if we get any extra power out of that. Like, is there really a big difference between the moderators right now? So I go to diamond here. Go ahead and grab a stack. I only need 3, mind you. And we're just going to try that initial setup we did, right? So just 3 of those in the center. So we'll do something like this. That looks good. Then we'll try this again. Let's get this stuff in place and see if we get a little bit more power out of this or not. Then casing, sweet, there you go, and then on. It's not going to be anything extra, any more oomph. A little more, actually a tiny bit more. So yeah, I'll leave it there. The difference is minor though. I mean, for 27 diamonds, I got a, what, 0.6, you know what I mean? 0.7, 0.07 I should say, KFE a tick. But I'll take it. I mean, that'll be our setup for right now. That's fine. I'm going to leave that all in there. I think I'm going to set up a exporter to do that there. And once we get a byproduct here, like I said, we'll have cyanite. We'll have to pull that out. So I've gone ahead and thrown a exporter on here. So we have a uranium ingot in here. You notice that the power's creeped up a little bit more too. So almost at 4.6, which is not too bad at all. I think that's because I was putting blocks in originally just to fill it up fast. When I switched over to ingots, it had a little more space because I was trying to fit a block in, right? And there wasn't enough room for a block. But you could do it with an ingot, basically, is the way I think that's working there. So that's actually pretty cool. Also, you notice that the waste is creeping up. Every time that hits 1,000, you'll actually get a new cyanide ingot into here. And it can auto-export here, so just auto-exporting directly into this half drawer. So that's awesome. You may notice, too, I have a little uranium. I noticed this here. If you hit eject fuel, it'll actually eject uranium and not uranium, oddly enough. But it doesn't matter. They're addicted, and we can actually use those for the singularity later on anyway. So that works out, and that's fine. So basically, we have a fully running reactor, and that's automated right there. Just need some upgrades, maybe a void upgrade on this as well, just for a little more space, and then that stuff, right? And we may go ahead and make this bigger in time, but for right now, this is great. We do need a way to move the power, though, so we're probably going to go ahead and get into flux networks. We need to go ahead and make some of this flux dust here, and that's going to be done with obsidian, then some redstone. You need to right-click it, and you need a bedrock. The way you can find bedrock really easy is right there. Look at that. That's a bedrock. That was one of those, I guess that was one of the starting islands where it's nothing but dirt, right? And every one of those has a bedrock underneath it. So if you're looking for bedrock, you actually find it pretty easy. Do they have that fake bedrock in here? No, it doesn't look like it. So we'll have to go ahead and grab a bunch of redstone and some obsidian and make some flux dust. Okay, let's go ahead and make some flux dust here. I did, of course, not bring a placement block, so I have to use obsidian. I'm just brilliant like that. There you go. Go ahead and grab you. Let's go back as far as we can. There you go. And maybe start throwing redstone. I'm trying to not pick it up. Hopefully we don't start picking it up here. There you go. And I think you left click this too. Oh, don't start picking up redstone. There you go. Left click. There you go. Awesome. Apparently that was a chapter? Which one was that? Strong enriching fluid. Oh, I did not even notice that in there. Okay, so guess that's the thing. I did not know that was quest or a quest line at all. But we got a good amount of dust to kind of start us off. We'll have to get more redstone too, because my redstone's actually getting reasonably low. I have to do like batches, right? So that's going to be one of the last things we work on today, I think. Like I said, working on redstone, as well as more iron, copper, and I think black iron ingots as well. But how much we got here? We still got about a stack, so we're actually okay. Go ahead and drop that stuff off there. There you go. Awesome. I haven't muted all the bulbs in my mob farm either. I'm hearing them up there. Anyway, let's go ahead and grab, what do we need here? Flux. Hunt down what we need. We need ourselves a storage, of course. So hopefully, actually, we need to make a whole bunch of these, right? The flux blocks. And then a whole bunch of these cores as well. And a whole bunch of these. We've got a whole bunch of stuff to make. This is part of the reason I actually wanted to go ahead and make sure we had a lot of obsidian too, right? But anyway, I made myself a bunch of ender eyes. We can do that, no problem now. Make at least a stack of these. Gonna start. There you go. These little flux cores. Then we need these flux blocks here. Let's make a good amount of those. Probably need more of those too. But anyway, it gets really expensive really quick kind of making this stuff. We do need a flux controller, so let's go ahead and grab that. Then we're also going to need at least a point and a plug. So there's a point. There is hopefully a plug. Go ahead and grab that. Then we probably want the, I never use the configurator. I don't think that's something I ever use. Might as well grab a basic flux storage as well. That'll be, I think it's 1,000,000 RF in that. Yeah, 1,000,000 FE. I need to stop saying RF. It seems like everything's using FE these days. But anyway, I think that's everything we need for a basic network, right? So let's go ahead and grab this flux storage. Find a place for this just so I can see it in our general area where we're always working. So right there. Awesome. Grab the controller as well. We'll pop that down anywhere. First thing we need to do is create a network, right? So go here, create a new network. Click create new network from above. So right there. There you go. We can choose the color of our network. I'll go ahead and make a blue. Now let's go with red. There we go. We'll leave it on Systemcollapse's network. That's fine. Password we don't need. And no, you need to put it on public. There you go. Awesome. If you're on a server, you might want to do public and put a password, right? Then only you can access it. Then everyone else wouldn't be able to access that. But anyway, we selected that one now. It's selected. And I think that's pretty much it. I usually put on bypass limit. That's good. I don't do this power surge because I've ran into issues with that. I want to do this too, just in case we have anything we need to wirelessly charge. Because this thing can basically wirelessly charge anything in your inventory as well. So there's wireless charging. And I don't know if there's anything else we need right now. That might be it. No, that's good. Okay, cool. So the first thing we want is the flux point and the flux plug. The flux plug receives energy, right? So what we want to do is go to our little reactor here, find our power tap, and I should be able to pop it right here, then select our network, right? So just that and that. Awesome. That should be good. Let's bypass limit, because I always do. Then we should be able to hook this to our controller, and I actually may move our controller now. It doesn't really need to be there anymore. So I may put it like one more up. No, I'd have to move it quite a bit, actually. Huh. I could put it up here somewhere, too. It does not need to be down there, basically, anymore. So let's go ahead and let's break you for a sec. There you go. And then where would I have to... Let's go ahead and get a cable down there first, I guess. That's kind of important. There you go. That's hooked back up. Awesome. And that would be in my bag, too, though. So let's go ahead and grab you and just find a spot for you. It can go on any cable right now, so I'll just put it right there. Then I'm going to grab the flux point and do this, right? Awesome. Make sure it's on the right kind of network. And we should see the power drain, right? So it's pulling out a minus 186 FE a tick. And we broke all those connections down here. I don't know where my alternators are over there. I don't know where all those cablings went. Oh, the wires must have all went away. There were 3 of these on there, right? No, there's 1 connector on there. Oh, the connector might be in my bag, actually. Oh, we got the wire back. Oh, it breaks the wire, too. That's the first time I broke one of those. And we got our connector. But these aren't hooked up anymore, so I don't have to worry about them. So basically, I'm going to break these down. Forget they exist, because like I said, they're going to stop working. That's not going to exist anymore. But on top of that, we have wireless power now. So we can get into Mechanism anytime we want. And that is awesome, right? So we have our wireless network, and we got power. So it doesn't feel like I've done much today, but at the same time, we've had some massive upgrades today. Also, is the power here normal? It's still at 4.58. And okay, the next thing we're going to work on is, I guess, getting us redstone, right? So I was talking about getting our redstone actually processed automatically. At the same time, we're going to do all the items that are coming out of the undergarden liquid, right? We need to kind of dip that into a second set of liquids to get us different materials. I'm going to do regalium as well. That one, I believe, is going to get us that black iron, so that's cool. And then we have this one here, which, of course, is our redstone. Then we have the clogram, which will be iron, and then the frost steel. I think it's called frost steel, right? Yeah, the frost steel, which will end up turning into something else. What is the other one? Copper. There you go. So we're going to do that over here. I went ahead and set up 2 more liquids, right? So that's a double of our, what is that? The strong enriching. And that one's the cosmos. I believe we dropped this one here into the cosmos, right? There you go. That's going to give us our black iron ingots. Then the rest of the stuff is all going to go into the strong enriching. That's going to be converted to its kind of stuff as well, right? So the way we're going to do this is, I guess, first off, is right here. Everything should be fine there. Good. Go ahead and filter all this stuff, right? So that's good there. These are all the things that drop out of that water too. There's also forgotten agates. You can actually take the forgotten agates and put them into the liquid as well. But you need to turn them into agates first. We get them into lower form. These one right here, the nuggets, which I guess I could do with a 3x3 crafting. So if I added another one of those cards there, this one here, the advanced one, I think there's an advanced one, so you get a use on that. It'd be able to do the 3x3 filtering, but I don't know if I'm going to need it. If I end up needing that many of them, that's fine. But now that we have that filter in there, right, in the on the advanced importer, they're going to get stuck in the back. That's kind of what I'm going for. The next thing we'd probably want to do is grab ourselves some laser nodes. Let's kind of get everything in place here. I know I'll need a laser node here. That's good. The drawers will end up over here. My main idea, too, is to get this stuff out of the system. It does not need to be part of the system here at all. So that's the thing. Which one am I missing? Did one of those drop? Because that's actually really bad. Is it in my bag now? It was just sitting on the ground. And there's tons of those crystals in here. So I definitely don't want to lose that. There you go. Yeah, there's 423 stacks of them. So that's a good amount of material here. Yeah, I don't think we'll need that much of that black iron at all. Because I don't think there's a singularity of that. So I'm not going to worry about the those forgotten ones. But either way, so we have these now. They're part of the drawer system. What we'll need to do is, I guess, is link this up here, this laser node. Go ahead. Oh, it's actually kind of linked to that. I don't know what's going on there. But anyway, go ahead and hit over here. And, oh, I did that wrong. I guess we're doing it backwards now. Go that way, and then we just right-click that on there. We've got our little laser. That's awesome. Then after this point, we're going to have to set up cards, right? So our first two would be a export and a insert, right? So let's grab our card holder. Where's my card holder, man? Did I leave it in the chest here? It's quite possible. Yeah, it's right here. Go ahead and grab you. Awesome. Grab ourselves one, maybe two. That is good there. Go ahead and set this up on new channel. We'll go with block channels on this one. Set this one to extract. That's cool. Then we'll need a item filter as well. So we'll want to tell it to move all that stuff. And we'll put that one into the export. Let's do that there. And then I guess we can go ahead and upgrade these two, right? Oh, I don't want to up the the tick speed. I should say raise it because that'd make it super slow, right? There you go. That'll make it nice and fast there. Then we just need to go, basically, go to the down, put this into here. And then this one should already be connected to this, right? Because they're kind of like a network now. That we have this, now we have this laser connector. It's connecting that to that transfer node up there, that one up there, and all of these ones up here. So all these laser nodes are now connected on a little network, right? So we need to tell it to send it from here to there. That's basically what we're doing, right? That's why I need to use the colored channels, because otherwise if I just use the base one, the white one, it would just set it to something that had a white channel on it, which is, I think all these are on a white channel. Yeah, they are. I think, right? Are these ones all on white? No, I put colors on all these, didn't I? Guess it wouldn't matter. I could have used the white channel anyway. But anyway, better safe than sorry. Then we should be able to put the insert here, and that should start clearing this out. Oh, it's already all cleared out. Look at that. Already all in here. That actually took no time at all. I forgot I set it to 1 tick too, didn't I? So that handles that part of it. Anyway, let's go ahead and drop that stuff. Stuff's just kind of in my way. I guess we don't need all this other stuff on us either, so let's get rid of you. I wish they'd figure out that offhand bug. It's driving me nuts. Actually, I need this too, so let's go ahead and grab you. Need to go ahead and head to this bag. I'm going to have to tell it not to pick up this stuff as well, right? So it'd be this, 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 and this, because it's going to get all dropped in the water. We'll use our smart chutes, of course, because we're all about the smart chutes. That's fantastic. Then I have some drawers here. Some of the framed ones, we're just going to go with the 2x2s because they seem to work pretty well. That's good. Probably want to go ahead. Actually, I don't need to lock those at all, actually. So that's fine. Then I think after this point, all we need is 2 more exports on a filter. So I have to have this one here set to this, this, and that. And then I'll have to have this one over here, another filter, set to just that. So I'll go ahead and set those up. I think I have these all set up, right? So I have Uthric, Clogram, and Frosteel on this one. Then I have a matching insert card. That's fantastic. And over here, that's on a red channel. And this one was a green channel, and this one's just Regalium. So I guess the way we'd want this is, I guess, 2 more of the laser nodes. So we'd put one right here. There you go. And then one right here. Then we'll have to, I guess, wire these up as well. So let's do that. One there. Then one there as well. So that's good. And we are good, I think, to get the cards out here, right? So we need 2 more extracts. How many slots do we have here too? We're at 5. We need 2 more of these. Actually, we just need 1 more, right? Because it's 7 by default. I guess 1 by default. Just so they can all run at a tick. Or I should say per tick. Then I should be able to put... Which one's which, actually? I'm going to end up getting messed up here. So this one's Regalium. Let's do Regalium first. Let's do that right there. And send that up here. So that's good. And then I should be able to do the same thing again. Just make sure it's on down again. There you go. And then the insert on... Hopefully, this one. There you go. Oh, that's north, though. Let's not do that. Let's do that. There you go. Which side did I put on here? I put on the north again. You need to make sure you're on the right tab here. But anyway, that's good. And they should start dropping, I think, right? That. I'm just making sure everything is correct. I think that's right. I don't see anything moving, though. Oh, it is working. So this is definitely working here. That's cool. It's going to end up with a whole bunch of stuff on the ground here in a second. So for collection, what should I do for collection? I guess it doesn't matter too much. We could do it a couple different ways. So I could do that, or I could go ahead here. No, that wouldn't work. I need a way to connect to this bag. So on this bag, what do I have here now? I have on up. I have extract on white. Well, that's not going to do me any good. Let's do one more set of cards here. Then we're finished, right? So let's go ahead, grab item card, right? Then we'll do one more insert. So you can see how busy you can make these nodes too, right? With these networks. It's actually pretty crazy. I don't want that on. Ignored, right? Let's set this with brown. There you go. And then we'll set this one brown as well. So let's go ahead. Oh, that's the redstone channel. Let's go to brown. And then this one brown. There you go. I don't need the redstone channel, so let's actually disable that. Go ahead and set this one to extract. And then I'll probably want one more filter as well. So let's grab our first items here. So our first ones were that and redstone. Tons of redstone in there. And then we'll just do that. And this here. There you go. That's good. So we'll end up extracting out of this one, right? So it'll be on the top side. Make sure it's on up. On brown. And then we'll just insert into a ender chest. I guess down here on brown. I'm actually already feeling the lag too. It's like there's so many items already in the world. But anyway, go ahead and do that. I should not have done it quite like this, but it doesn't matter either way, as long as you're pretty quick about it. There you go. And then down. And is that working? I don't feel like it is. Let's see here. Here. So it would have been up, right? Oh, I put it on down. That's why. Let's do... Oh, that is right. That. And up was here, right? Yeah. Up. Brown. Here. Definitely speed that up. And then definitely speed that up, right? There you go. Let's make that one pretty much max speed too. There you go. Is that working? There we go. So we'll kind of get all that cleaned up. And then we have a redstone coming in our system. And we have the black iron. And once it starts processing the other stacks of items, because right now it's only doing the 2, because it's going through a giant backlog, right? So that's why it's dropping all those items in the world. You can see that we're kind of going down now. There you go. It's already gone through like 400 stacks of regalium. And I think about 200 stacks of the uther. But once it gets to these two, I just need to add them to the filter. Once they're out of the filter, this is effectively done. Also, it's so backed up. Look at that right there. It's just so backed up right now. It's trying to keep up, but at the same time, it's having a little trouble. Anyway, we're good. That'll kind of work itself out here in a couple minutes. Once it kind of gets everything. It is very overloaded right now, though. That is unfortunate. Is there any way I could speed that up some more? I guess. I have a stack upgrade on this, right? I must have max upgrades over here. I see we have normal frame rates over here. That's on this, right? What did I have in there? Oh, I didn't put any speeds in here. Definitely need that. There you go. Are you going to be able to get caught up anytime soon? Because if not, I'm going to go ahead and grab another importer. Actually, I have another importer here just in case I need it, right? I guess I could just do something like that. Go ahead and grab you. That's cool. That, and then grab a importer on that, right? Or I should say stack upgrade. Go. And then I just need a couple more speeds. Do I have any more speeds? Anything to make this kind of be able to keep up here? It just needs to get through the backlog, like I said. But once it has the backlog, should be fine. It's trying to grab everything. It's trying its hardest. It'll be caught up in a couple minutes there. So it's pretty much caught up here. And it's actually switched over to iron. I need to add that to the filter now. So if we go to up here, and it'll be this item card here. Add that one in there. There you go. And that should start going. There you go. Just like that. Just like that. Look at it. Insane. It's almost done all the black iron, I think. So once it's done all the black iron, that's good. You see there, it's switched over to iron. And after that, it'll go to copper, and then it'll be finished. So it's already done 450 stacks of beryllium, like 500. We got a ton of redstone now. I'm going to have to go ahead and check that in a second. It's going through all the clogram, so we're going to get a ton of extra iron here. Then it's going to go through all the frost steel, which is 600 stacks itself. It's lots of material, right? How much of this do we have now? 71 stacks of blocks. So yeah, we got lots of redstone. What is that? 41k redstone just from that there. That's actually pretty insane. That is actually really good. And yeah, that was not too bad. So yeah, a little kind of complex little setup here, but I'm still just figuring out this laser IO mod. You're gonna be able to do crazy things with it. It's actually pretty insane. And I'm just working with one size of machines. I haven't even started messing with the sneaky settings. So the sneaky settings are a whole nother thing. You can interact with different faces of the machine from, I think, pretty much any side of the block as well, which we may have to do with mechanism. But either way, really cool, really awesome. I'm really going to like this mod. I hope it continues to grow. I hope it keeps getting worked on for a long time, because I think it's going to be flushed out and in time. Very, very, I mean, it's already real powerful, but once I figure it out, it'll be even more powerful. It's actually awesome. So we did pretty good today. We dealt with power, wireless power, and redstone. So redstone is fine now. I noticed my iron has gone up quite a bit as well. Don't think we'll need any more black iron for the pack, but we still have that coming in. I threw some upgrades in with that cyanide as well, and we're just looking good all around. We're actually in pretty good shape right now. So moving forward, we'll be able to get into mechanism because we have power for it. Then we'll finally go to the last dimension at some point, and we should be able to get to our next couple generators as well. And then we'll be working on endgame towards the, what is there? Creative Video upgrade. So we'll kind of work through that in the future videos. But I'm going to go ahead and end this one here. So as always, guys, like this video, please hit that like button. Really liked it. Hit that subscribe button. It is always appreciated. Want you guys all have a good one. See you guys in the next video. Later.